And you're listening to another episode of the NeverFap Deluxe Daily. My name is Julius Reed, and here is the theme tune. And that's the theme tune. Get excited for the show. It's another fantastic time for us all. And one falling from the sky. What's going on? What is going on? And, no, that's sound effects. Oh, okay, someone got shot. That's a great way to start the show. That brings us to the first segment. The Checkup! The Checkup! The Checkup! That is the Checkup. Thank you for tuning in to the Checkup. You can skip the Checkup. I don't quite know how, because I don't know how long this segment's going for, so I can't be like, skip to number 3 minute or... Anyway, the point is, Julius Reed, cool dude, definitely would give that guy props. The Checkup, where we check up on you. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine, thank you, Julius Reed. Thank you, listener. I really appreciate the feedback. How are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you struggling? Is there anything in particular that you want to focus on as an individual? Maybe you've got goals that you're like, damn, I really want to achieve that today. Or maybe you're just really sad. Go see a doctor. Dr. Reed, that is. No, I'm not an official doctor. Please don't listen to anything I say. I'm just going to drive you insane. Insane. In the membrane. Insane. Trying to create some sort of stereo visual effect there. Did not work. Like most things on the show. Did you meditate today? Or do you have plans to meditate? Exercise, obviously very important. And if you're not exercising every day, I mean, in lieu of, what are they called? What are those days you call where you don't work out? Clean days? No, that makes no sense. The non-work, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to sound silly in retrospect because you know what I'm talking about, but I can't actually communicate that. Break day? No, it's got... Anyway, point is, you know what I'm talking about. I gotta figure this out. What is it called? It's a break day. Is it called a break day? I know it's got a name. We're moving on because I've got a mental blank. I can't help you there. And are you going to remain calm today, or have you remained calm? Awareness, also very important. Get that meditation happening. Also, awareness exercises like focusing on your senses is a really great one. It's kind of like meditation, but with a different focus. In fact, you could say it's a form of meditation. Also known as a practice called Observe Your Senses on the website, NeverFapDeluxe.com, if you'd like to check that out. And more importantly, what are you going to do differently today or tomorrow? Are you going to perhaps write down some of your thoughts? Are you going to change the duration of your meditation? Always very good. And that was the Checkup, the Checkup! Wrong sound effect, the Checkup! I think that was the wrong... I'm going to kill someone. Okay, let's actually kill someone this time. I killed a grandmother walking the street because she was triggering me, so I had to put her down. But that's okay, because that brings us to the next segment, the topic. I pressed the button too soon. The topic. Let's try it again. The topic. Thank you, Soundboard, for providing us with lovely entertainment tonight. The Checkup. Today's topic. Today's topic is why PMO streaks don't matter. Now, if you don't know what PMO stands for, it stands for porn, masturbation, orgasm as a collective, because they're sort of similar, I guess. So why PMO streaks don't matter. Now, firstly, what is a PMO streak? Well, I mean, basically it comes down to counting the days since you last relapsed. That's what a PMO streak is. And a lot of people place a lot of emphasis on them. It's kind of like, oh, wow, I made it 20 days. Or, I made it 2 weeks. And, people are really intent on counting those days. There's apps out there that help people, count down to the second, basically. And people put a lot of pride into it. Now, I'm saying they don't matter for a number of reasons. So the first reason is because it actually has nothing to do with your mental health. And at the end of the day, recovery is all about mental health. Now, what does mental health have to do with? Well, it has to do with practices that actually help you develop control over your mind. So, for example, meditation is a great practice that allows you to develop control over your mind. Awareness practices, also very helpful as well. Exercise is another thing that helps. All these, what I call them, healthy coping mechanisms that help. Now, counting a streak doesn't do that. You see, a streak is just an arbitrary number. And the other thing is that streaks aren't, I guess, representative of it's not representative of how you're actually progressing. And I think people confuse that. They think, well, I've made it 20 days or, I've made it a month, therefore I'm progressing with, my recovery. When in actual fact, the streak doesn't actually indicate anything. Because here's the thing. If you make it a month, but you're struggling every single day and you're having urges every single day, then are you actually recovering? Because the thing with recovery, it's supposed to be this effortless thing. It's about improving your life. But if you're still in a constant state of anxiety or struggle, then you're not actually recovering. You're actually just struggling. And that's another thing. In fact, that is the thing. People confuse struggle with recovery. They think, oh, well, I just dealt, the worst urge ever, therefore I'm recovering. It's like, no, actually, you're not recovering. Recovery is learning to deal with those urges and, in fact, dissipate those urges to a point where you actually have no urges at all. In my opinion, you're recovered when you're no longer struggling with porn addiction at all, or you no longer struggle with urges, i.e., you're not having urges at all. So yeah, that's my opinion on PMO streaks. Basically, that's time that you could use instead spending on meditating, or actually for example exercise. They don't actually mean anything. Is the point I'm trying to get, because like I've said, it doesn't really improve your mental health. I mean, the thing it does is it sort of gives you that ego boost. It's like you get that sense of pride and like, wow, I've made it 2 weeks, but that's a temporary thing. It's kind of like motivation. You have motivation sometimes you don't, but it shouldn't be an indication of anything. Just because you're happy one moment doesn't mean it's an indication that you have successfully made it, because feelings come and go, but you know what doesn't change? Your commitment to the process. And so yeah, that's my spiel on the topic. So basically, don't try and count the days. It doesn't serve a meaningful purpose from the perspective of mental health, is how I describe it. You're much better spending your time doing other things, like actually living life, getting out there, talking to girls, or guys, whatever you're into. I know you're definitely into the ladies. Even though that's not true, I saw you blowing another dude. What was the deal with that? Of course, nothing wrong with that. I'm all for that. But that's okay, because that brings us to the end of the topic, which brings us to the beginning of the viewer mail. The viewer mail. That's right. Today's viewer mail comes from Ella Perez from Colombo, Sri Lanka. Wow, we're already an international show by the second episode. I'm very impressed myself. Ella says, "Hey, Julius, loving the show, but I gotta kill her! Die!" Of course, I was joking. Ella deserves to live. So, it was a sad time for us all. Yeah, I don't know how I feel now. Toasty. Actually, there is a toasty one. That's I don't know what that was. That's a violin or something. But that's how we do it. Ella Perez, sorry for interrupting your viewer mail. She says, "Hey, Julius, loving the show." Thank you, Ella. I'm loving you, because I'm assuming you're a hot girl who's perhaps held ransom in Sri Lanka, as is often the case. That's completely unfounded. I apologize to all my brown friends. I don't know if that's appropriate, but I said it. Julius Reed, classic. She says, "Loving the show. How are your legs so sexy?" Well, Ella, I just want to say that, it is undeniable that, I have sexy legs. They attract all sorts of creatures. Sexy rodents love my legs. They love a little nibble, but we talk about that on the uncut NeverFap Deluxe Daily, where I go into my sex life with animals. All right, bestiality, obviously not right, but not wrong. But definitely not right, but not wrong. But I'm going to leave it at not right, so therefore it's ambiguous. Yeah, well, how I keep my legs sexy? Well, lube is obviously very important to maintaining sexy legs like mine. Now that I'm no longer masturbating, I like, just slather the lube on my legs, make them nice and shiny. Also known as the Julius Reed fleshlight. It's where guys like yourself, or girls, like to rub up and down my leg. It's 50 cents a ride, and all profits go towards cancer research. So if you're feeling horny and you're like, I want to whack one out, well, come on down. I'll lube my leg up and you can ride it like a horse. All right, that was weird, but that's okay, because that was the end of the viewer mail. The viewer mail, which brings us to the end of the show. When do I play the outro theme tune? Who knows? So Facebook, Twitter, Discord, blah, 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 blah. If you want to send me a message, NeverFapDeluxe@gmail.com. I played it prematurely, but that's okay. Castbox. If you'd like to send a message, leave us a message on our Castbox channel. I also do another podcast, The Writers Daily. And thank you for listening. Check out the website, NeverFapDeluxe.com. And as always, look after your mental health.